know, just let me know. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome and my thoughts.
This week's episode is again proudly sponsored by rainbowcompetitions.com. Check them out online at rainbowcompetitions.com. New prizes added all the time. They've recently added the Ninja ice cream machine. I love ice cream, and I have spent more money buying tickets for that than I want to admit. So, so nobody enter that one because I want to win it, but everybody else enter in all the other competitions. Check them out at rainbowcompetitions.com. And with that, welcome to this week's Tell You What podcast with me, Talal Jamar, and my co-host, Sean McAlevey. We missed a week. I was on my deathbed, back again, risen like Jesus Christ on Easter Sunday. I'm back. Sean, how are you?
And on the third day, Jesus rose and Arsenal qualified for the semi-final of the Champions League. What a time to be alive. We're going to get into our sports talk in a wee minute. We'll do a wee recap on our weeks here. We're going to be chatting about Arsenal in the Champions League, the Masters, Rory McIlroy gets over the line, and the Ulster Championship. So all that to look forward to. Before I do any of that, if you are watching, you're in for a visual treat this week. I have got on my darts jersey, my official darts top, sponsored by Tell You What Podcast, Belfast Comedy Club, and I'm going to do a quick turnaround here. Hopefully you can see the back of it. It has the smack attack on the back. Now, the reason I want to bring it up straight away is because I've been in a dilemma. I got this darts jersey gifted me. Shout out Custom Jerseys NA. If you want to check them out for any of your jerseys, anything at all, get on to an Instagram, great bunch of lads. But here's the dilemma I had. So as you all know, I've joined this Wednesday Darts League, right? And I'm going to go back to the week before I got this jersey because that's the last update you had. And I lost my game in the first round to a guy that end up going to the winners final. But when you lose your first game, you drop into the losers bracket. Okay? So I went into the losers bracket. I'd run like no other. Absolutely unbelievable. Like I dropped out of the winners bracket into the losers bracket. You've heard of a 9-darter in darts before. I had a 90 dart leg against the boy I played in losers bracket. It started out people watching me playing, and by the end, like I turned around to see if anyone was still watching. They'd all fucked off. Like half the people had left. There was like 3 games had finished beside us, and I think we both got stuck on 1-1, and it was just an absolute disaster. And seeing darts, see when your nerve gone, it's gone. Like it was bad. Like, but we progressed through that. We survived the 90 dart leg. We got the win in that, and then I progressed through the next 2 games with a 99 checkout in the next game. And then the following game, I was 1 centimeter away from hitting the ball to win, and then followed up with checking out on double 12 or something like that. So got to the final, and again couldn't hit my double. But I'm improving. Like I'm getting somewhere. But here's the dilemma I had this week. Got this new darts jersey. As I said, shout out Custom Jerseys NA for the new darts top. But it was like in 2 minds. Like, do you be the guy that wears your own darts top to the darts?
Yeah.
You know? This is the big dilemma. Like, it's like wearing full kit to five-a-side. It's kind of... You're kind of going to yourself, this is cringe, but also, I was like, it's a lovely jersey. It's too good to be sitting in the house, you know? And there is 1 or 2 guys that do have their own jerseys and stuff like that, but they're winning. Like, they're good. Like, they're really, really good.
I completely like this, Sean. If I rock up to play Wednesday League Darts and I see a fella coming with his own jersey, mentally I'm beat.
Yeah, exactly. Mentally. That's exactly what I was thinking, right?
Mentally you're beat.
I was down and I had the full jersey on. It was actually on the night Arsenal played Madrid in the second leg. Champions League, and I was hemming and hawing whether or not to go down or not. I was like, you know what, I'll go down. It'd be good for me to get out of the house. Only 8 weeks of the league, so I don't want to miss a week. And hopefully, if I'm beat early, I can catch the Arsenal game. So we go down to the starts night, and I get pulled out. And I'm wearing my full kit. I get pulled out against the boy that's top of the league. Like, this guy is undefeated in 3 weeks of darts. And I mean, he's a prime darts athlete. He's about 6'2", skinny chest, skinny legs, big beer belly, like just a prime athlete. I found out he's 20. He looks about 43, right? He's just like built to play darts, and he's a scaffolder, which is the ultimate darts job, right? So I get drawn against him, and everyone starts laughing, being like, unlucky, you're going to get tanked. And I did get tanked, right? First game, he blew me out of the water. Second game, though, I'm getting beat well. He had like 200 left. I was sitting back in like 360. Your boy pulls out a 180 in the pub for the first time in his life. And I bottled it. I completely bottled it because I hit the 180 and I was never going to win the game. And I decided not to celebrate. Do like try to make it look like it happens all the time. And it was only the 4th ever 180 I've ever hit in my life. First one in public. and everyone was giving it the big one in the back, cheer me on and all, and I just kind of walked up as if it happened all the time. And I lost the game. Then I lost the game 2-0. But afterwards, I must have went around every single person in that pub going, "Did you see the 180 I hit? Did you all see the 180 I hit?" Like there was people not even like playing darts. I was like, "Lads, I just hit a 180 over there." Like it was unbelievable. Immediately went to the bar and ordered pints, and that was me. I was me rocking. Like I was like, "I'm gonna get bait here. I'm done in." But I've hit my first 180 in the wild. And I messaged you afterwards, and I'm asking the good public here of the Tell You What podcast if anyone knows someone with an open top bus, get it booked for next January, because Michael Levy's going to the PDC World Championships at this rate. I am determined this is going to happen for me. So
I can't wait.
The darts journey has been absolutely unbelievable. I think I've peaked. Like I think it's all downhill from here. I've been playing in the house since, and I'm now in two minds. What would you do in this situation, right? I've got the darts jersey, and since I've got the darts jersey and wore it, I haven't won a match. I've played 2 games, lost both of them. Is the jersey cursed, or was it just unlucky? What do you think?
Just unlucky. Like you get pulled out against the league leader. Like I would. The thing about it is, once you win in the jersey once, it'll just the confidence you'll have after that, Sean. You know, that's keep the jersey.
See, I'm hoping it's going to turn out to be one of these, like, do like the Henry yellow jersey at the Bernabeu or something. Do like one of them like iconic jerseys? Everyone goes, "That's the jersey he did everything." And the 04 maroon jersey Arsenal had at Highbury, like one of those jobs, like just an iconic number. So that's been the darts journey and the darts update. I know a few people were asking what the hell's going on with the darts, but I'm sticking at it. I've officially clocked the 180, which goes into the record books of the league, because obviously not that many people hit a 180. It's not a very good league. Like
that's class. Like
I think I was just imagining though. Imagine that feeling of hitting a 180 and it being like 10,000 people behind you. Like that must be insane. Like I hit a 180 in front of like 3 people and they fucking cried.
I know. It just must be unbelievable. But I think they're probably used to hitting 180. But I think the first time you do it, and like the World Championships or something, would just be. I'd probably just quit. Like, where do you go from there? Like, where do you go?
Like, I'm not going to do any better. You know,
no.
the week before when I hit the 99 checkout, I have no dart etiquette because I've never watched anyone play darts in pubs. I don't really know what to do. Like I didn't know if 180, if celebrating was cringe or like acceptable, and everyone afterwards was like, you should have celebrated. Like that would have been going mad. And I was like, shit. But the week before when I checked out 99, like your boy was on a double, I checked out a 99 finish in the semi-final late to the final. I just turned around and laughed in his face because I was like, that is. I just turned around and laughed in his face. Went, man, I've never checked out anything higher than like 50. And he was like, what? I was like, I'd be raging if I were you, and just started laughing in his face.
Oh, unbelievable.
So the week after, I had to apologize to him. I was like, I'm completely sorry about how I reacted there. Very unsportsmanlike. When he goes, I get it. Even I was laughing when I went home going, like, how the fuck did he hit that? That's a joke.
Here, I'm telling you, darts is your thing, Sean.
I think it is. I think I need to pack everything else in and just focus in. Focus on the darts journey, like, and get this physique going. Give up the gym, give up everything, and just get on the darts grind. But yeah, I'll give you an update next week on how I get on this week. I'm going to wear the jersey one more time, but if I don't win, it's bye-bye jersey. I'm going to go back to wearing my Arsenal jerseys.
I would nearly wear it, take it down just to have it. Like if you do get beat again, I would wear it. I'd bring it down again just to.
Imagine wearing it in the first game and then not wearing it the second game, and then you win. My head being wrapped. I'd be like, nah, they pack us in. But yeah, very, very exciting stuff in my darts journey. I'll say this as well before I ask you about your week. I am currently on the greatest sporting run as a sports fan in my life. Like everything has been going well. Arsenal beat Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. Downer through in the Ulster Championship. McIlroy won the Masters. Like something, all the years of hurt is starting to flip the other way. And I'm starting to think now as well. Like me and you have said in this podcast a few times that like we don't like going to the pub to watch sports. And Ashton hit me with a real hard truth during the week there. She goes, maybe it's not that you don't like going to the pub to watch sports. It's just that being an Arsenal fan watching them in the pub has always let you down. And I was like, oh my God, that's it. We've just been so shade forever. I don't like going out to watch it because I'm always embarrassed.
Yes, especially like if it's a big game.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They used to get tanked in every single big game, 5-0, 6-0. Fucking seen it all.
Yeah, but I want to get chatting about sports. Before we do that, tell me about your week. What's been happening in the last 2 weeks? Anything exciting for you?
Well, this time last week I was very ill. I had that norovirus, whatever it was, and basically to sum it up is everything you've ever consumed in your life, both liquid and solid, just decides to leave your body as quickly as you can. But recovered well. So aside from that, just been the usual. So Saturday, I'll tell you about Saturday. We're going to sports. So Saturday went to Craigavon ski slopes. Right,
What a spot.
what a spot. Right, it's Northern Ireland's hidden gem. Went family tubing, great crack. Then Claire was like, "I need something from Tesco's." I was like, "Sure, we'll just call in now that we're this far." Whole family into Tesco's. I stayed on. It was about 1 o'clock, say 1:15, and my two children were like, "Daddy, I'm hungry." And I was like, "You know what? We'll just get something small here, get something nice for tea." So went to Tesco cafe. Right,
Right.
that's fine. Sitting there, we're sitting down, and then there's this mother and son come. The son's maybe, I'm gonna say 20. Right,
Right.
sit down. He starts. I go up to get my wee lad another like fruit shoot thing. He's behind me in the queue. He starts talking to me, and he's like, "Oh, children are great at that age. Wait till they get to my age, they're a nightmare." Now, I think this fella had like autism or something like that.
Right.
So I'm chatting with him, friendly, whatever. So I sit down, and then he sits down in the table behind me where he was. So he gets talking to me anyway. Next thing, Claire gets up to go. She's bringing the two kids to the toilet. So I'm sitting there. He's full scale conversation with me now. He goes, then he hits me with the, "I used to be like you, you know." I went, "Okay." He goes, "Then I started going to the gym." Right,
my God.
okay, no problem. And he was like, which is fine, right? Fine. Just
Yeah.
humoured him anyway. And he's like, "The gym keeps me calm. It calms me down." He goes, "I have to go to the gym every day or I get angry and get frustrated." I was like, "Well, that's great that you have that." I goes, "I've started going to the gym myself recently." Next thing he hits me with the, "I also go to martial arts 5 times a week."
Oh my God. No, this is my
It's-
nightmare, by the way.
Right? I go, "That's excellent. What kind of martial arts?" And he goes, "Oh, I do everything." And I went, "Oh, very good." I goes, "Something I was never into." I goes, "But I might get my two children to go, maybe something,
Yeah.
learn a bit of like self-defense, whatever." And he's like, he goes, "I can show you what,
Oh,
I've
no.
learned, what I've learned this week." So I was like, he's gonna stand up, do like a kick or something, or some sort
Yeah.
of a
No.
move, right? And I goes, "Yeah, go on ahead." Within half a second, I'm getting choked out.
No.
Of fucking Tesco cafe, right? Claire comes out of the bathroom with the two kids to see what the fuck's going on. I fucking stop it. Fucking let me go. The ma hasn't even said to him yet that let this lad go. Like, this lad's
Yeah.
purple now. He finally lets go after like being completely, getting my man, like just basically getting embarrassed in front of my two kids.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck just happened? I goes, "Oh, he's just showing me his martial arts there. I was just only me. Only that could happen to me." So that's been my week. I've been slowly
You get choked
recovering.
out in Tesco cafe.
So funny. But
I
just
can't
one of
believe
those
you humoured
moments.
him. See, whenever he goes, "I can show you," I would have just went, "No."
I know,
Just
but
sit back down. Like,
I know, but he just, it was one of those situations like, what do you say? Like, every answer was wrong. It's one of those ones where,
yeah,
like,
true.
and he was talking to me, and he was quite nice and everything, but I was just like, I cannot believe he was, but he was full on trying to make me pass out. Like, I was just like, oh, fucking
Do you know what I love about this? That you're not the first person he's done that to. Like, he's
No.
probably doing that in like the deli and Spar, and like, just everywhere he goes, he's just choking boys out. Like,
so funny. It's just one of those ones, and then like my girl was like, "Daddy, who is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just some fella." She's like, "Is he your friend?" And I was like, "Oh, well, me and him's big buddies." Like,
see if I was Claire and I walked out and seen you getting choked out in the cafe, I would have been like to the kids, "Come on, we just go home. Just leave you there. Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
not go back over. I can't go over the shame of seeing him being choked out."
I know, it was so funny, but it was just, and everybody was like looking around. It was fucking
Yeah, I
Easter
could
Saturday.
see when you started that and goes MMA. I go, I know what this is going. Like, he's 100% going to be like, "Let me show you something here," and you're like, "Well, lad, why?" But like, see, I actually thought you were going to say you got up and started. Do you like the way people do like karate and stuff, and they just shout
Yes.
and kind of make movements in the air? I thought he was
Aye.
going to do something like that. The fact he's just rear naked chokes you.
And I'm sitting in the chair like fucking coffee everywhere. Fucking
That's just a
Honest.
sign to never let your kids do MMA. That's
know.
it. You're going, no, you don't go now. You can't be going out in the wild choking people out in the fucking
Oh,
Sainsbury's deli. There's no way.
fuck. So
Oh,
funny. It's one of
God.
those ones where like it just silence on the way home in the car. Going, did that really just happen? Like,
You
that
need to learn to
actually-
say no.
I know.
You just need to learn to stop humoring
What-
people. Someone comes up to you
what-
and goes, "Well, what do I like at that age?" And I just, I don't know. I would love to have seen how I would never have let that happen. I could never have got to that stage. Like I'm surprised afterwards you didn't like apologize to him. Just going,
No,
"Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
then-
Sorry."
But
it
then the
happened."
conversation continued after that. It's like, I can hardly even talk. And I am
Yeah.
literally getting choked to death. And he hit me with a question, and I didn't know how to answer it. The one question he hit me with, and he was
What
like,
did you do?
he goes, "What's it like to be in love?"
Fucking hell. How
And I
deep
was
is
like,
this?
it's like, the fuck, like, and I was like, it's nice, like it's grand, like whatever. And he's like, I'm just waiting for the right woman to come along, and I'm literally kicking Claire's foot as if to say, get them two children that absolutely eat their dinner as quickly as they can get out of here. Like. But no, that was me. That's the only. That's the biggest highlight of
So
nothing
this
else.
man asked you, what's it like to be in love? And then 2 minutes later, he's choking you out.
No, this was after.
That was after he choked you out.
So,
it's like
but-
when you're short of breath. You just can't seem to catch a breath, and it feels like the blood's just rushing out of you. It's just that's what it feels like, man. You can't describe it any other way. I really hope that boy
disaster.
meets someone someday. Because he's done this before, clearly. Like he's clearly
Yes.
done this multiple times. And someone's going, yeah, no, I used to do it a wee bit when I was young, but not anymore. And he gets him in the choke, but your boy's like a black belt. Because if the boy's actually into like MMA, he won't go down easy. Like he's not gonna take it like you did. Like he's gonna flip on the floor and it's gonna be a full couple of match in the middle of Tesco.
But I was also like, if I get thick here, as in like if I say I got thick, then you're that guy.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're that guy. And he can't there was
here's what I'll start with the red flag, and that's red flag 1, getting food in Tesco Cafe. That was your first
100%.
mistake. That was the first mistake you made.
being in Craigavon, full stop.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get on to something even away from me getting choked to death, and that is the Arsenal.
The Arsenal. We are back. We are so back. It is absolutely ridiculous. I've been saying it all season. I've kept the hope. I've kept the faith. I've been positive. You've been negative as you always are. You were borderline sacked the man. You were borderline sacked the manager. Get rid of everyone. We're not good enough. Liverpool this, Liverpool that. The Champions League. Notoriously a competition we don't even contemplate the possibility of winning.
No.
Why would you?
It's the 4th time we've made it to the semi-finals.
I'm 27, 19 years ago. So I've seen Arsenal, I can remember, once get to the Champions League semi-final. That is disgusting.
Yeah, I can remember 3. I remember them all. That's how old I am, but this is it's not that I'm overconfident. It's that we've already beaten PSG.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, has to be our year. Like, just has to be. Just has to be. I've been through it all. I've been through all the pain and hurt. If Arsenal don't win the Champions League this year, they'll never win it.
I genuinely, my heart can't take it if they don't win it. Like I can't take losing the PSG or like getting to the final and Inter Park on the bus and just not getting through. Like I do think, right, here's something I said to you during the week as well. Like, when has there ever been a Final Four in the Champions League that's like this close in quality to one another? Like the year Spurs got in, they played fucking Ajax. Do you know what I mean? And it was a great Ajax team, but like you had Onana and that. So first and foremost, threw that out. Like
that great Ajax team have all been sold to different clubs and have all been shite. So was it actually that great of a team?
And that same year, Liverpool won it. They played Spurs in the final. Like, we're not going to end up with Spurs in the final. No, not a way. No hope in hell. But I do think we are the best team in Europe, kitted out to win the Champions League. Now, Liverpool have been better, obviously, in the Premier League, but I do fancy us against any team that goes out and plays football. I think we could beat them. Like,
see, I think so. I think so too. And see another thing before we get on any more sport. What I can't stand this. Arsenal beat Real Madrid 3-0 at home, right? Unbelievable result. Because see, before that match, everybody was saying Arsenal have no chance. All the pundits, all the wee TikTok trends are going, no, right Real Madrid or whatever. All that shit. Even rival fans are saying you're going to get tanked. Declan Rice produced arguably one of the best performances in Champions League history, with 2 of the best free kicks in Champions League history.
Ridiculous.
He has honestly stepped up. Miguel Merino, fucking put respect on that fella's name. Miles Lewis Skelly. What does he eat for breakfast? Don't know. Bukayo Saka, who was out, he's come back like he was never injured. He's insane. I had people arguing me that Jadon Sancho at a time was better than Bukayo Saka.
That is absolutely mental.
Saka is the best winger in the world right now. Vinny Juniors and Mo Salah's and all. No, Bukayo Saka, it's the best winger in the world. And you have to let fans celebrate their team wins. Like people are going, "Oh, you have won. We beat the Real Madrid trophy." Yeah, we did.
They've never beaten us ever. Like the fact that see the fact that we went out to the Bernabeu as well and beat them. That is just that is mad.
This is like I do. Watching Arsenal is not healthy for me. Like I'm my living room shirt off, just everything, fucking just a roller coaster. But even just to caveat what I said there, like even United should have been allowed to celebrate that comeback last Thursday. Yeah. Unbelievable! It was unbelievable. They're having a shite season. Let them celebrate coming from two. Because I think I text you going, United are so shit.
Yeah, they are awful.
So shit. Like
that Europa League, though, my takeaway from watching, I didn't realize it as an Arsenal fan over the last couple of years, but that Europa League, you're in it for a reason. It's not good football.
Oh, it is
terrible. Like I was thinking as an Arsenal fan 3 years ago, no, it actually is decent standard. Like it is awful. Like if you're in that Europa League, it is bad stuff. Like you should not that Old Trafford game, like that should never happen. That's criminal. Like
they were 2-0 up. I don't think I've ever seen a game where a team in the same match, both teams have threw away a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, no, I was. I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved it if United got beat like that. It would have been the funniest thing out. I actually think I know they're not going to sack him, but like, fuck me, he would have been under some serious pressure if they'd lost that lead. Like,
well, here's the thing, right? People are comparing him to Arteta when Arteta came in. Oh, yes, Arsenal finished 8th that year, right? But we were 15th in the league when he came in.
Were we?
Yeah. We beat United at Old Trafford and then went on a 10-match losing run.
Is that when did Ljungberg? Yeah, but Ljungberg took the first few games, didn't he? And then
Emery was in charge. Ljungberg, I don't even think he won a match.
No, I think he did like 3 or 4 games. Yeah.
Or Arteta came in. Arsenal won. I remember watching the record. Like we were losing week in, week out. We were like getting beat well by the time like Crystal Palace and shite teams. Like kind of like United's run since he's come in. So,
do you know what it drives me mad about Amaron though? It's like, see Arteta when he first came into Arsenal, he didn't play the football he wanted to play. He just tried to like do anything to win, and he had Aubameyang up front, and he was only for Aubameyang would never won that FA Cup. But like, you need to get a win like that at the start. You need something to go like, right, I can get us over the line here, and then you go, it's 3-5-2 or whatever fucking formation he plays, and that's what we're sticking with. Because after one training session, you go, we can't do this formation. None of these players. And shout out, Joe Hill, shout out. Always been a big fan of him. Harry Maguire. Shout out, Harry Maguire. Like, is he a good defender? Absolutely not. But that man has scored some of the biggest goals in United's history over the last couple of seasons. Like, he's banged in more big goals than Rashford has.
Yes, like the abuse he took, never mind from rival fans, from his own fan base, was on the English national team. He got stripped of the captaincy, all this nonsense. Now, United's in the mud, but I think they'll come back.
I hope they stay in the mud. It's fantastic.
Love it. We're not going to touch on the Premier League. Premier League's done. Liverpool, deserved winners, have been very good. Arnie Slot, fantastic first ever season. But Champions League,
did you see their goal yesterday? I was sitting in a pub with 2 Liverpool fans, and they're going, "What a goal!" I go, "That's the Premier League season in a nutshell, right there, isn't it?" That epitomizes that goal against Leicester, and then Trent taking the top off, and just all round body.
Yeah.
But Champions League, I've got to go back to the first game quickly. I was watching it in the house, the first game against Real Madrid. See that Declan Rice free kick, the first one that went in.
Yeah.
Like, I was obviously going mad, but I actually thought it hit the net and came straight back out. So it kind of looked like, do you know them weird like phantom goals sort of things? I was like, what the hell just happened there? But that second one, I wish you could have seen. I was screaming at the TV, go the goalkeeper side, goalkeeper side, goalkeeper side. He's going to take a step, and he hardly even moved an inch. And it is the most top bins of top bins I have ever seen in my life. Ashton was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, top off, running around the living room. And then the thing that actually sealed that game, and it's a goal no one's given credit for. That Marino third goal was
Oh.
unreal. And see if that didn't go in, I do think we would have held out Madrid at 2-0, but
Yeah.
3-0 was just so much breathing space. You're not losing a 3-0 lead. Like,
I also think, as a former striker myself, Sean, the movement by Marino should be highlighted. He just drops off that couple of yards, and the technique for that finish is against one of the best, is if not the best goalkeeper in the world, is savage. But Rice's first free kick, I was like, don't shoot this. 2001 was the last time we scored from a free kick.
No, that's not true.
It
2001.
is true.
That's not
2001.
true. No,
It's
Granit
true.
Xhaka banged one away at like Burnley. I remember a couple of seasons
That's
ago.
a long time ago.
Andy Cardona
2001.
scored one in the FA Cup.
That's. I'm
You've just
telling you,
pulled that. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life. That's not
it's
true.
not. I'm gonna
No,
Google it right now. and
Stanley
it was-
Cardona scored a free kick in the FA Cup final against Hull. Do you remember?
Sorry, 2021.
Oh,
2021.
I like 2001 is mental. Yeah, 21 probably sounds about right. Yeah, because they
Sorry,
don't shoot. I'm
21.
not see that free kick, coach. I'm gonna say something. I love it because it's so out of hand. But everyone was going. He was telling him to curl it around the wall. Like, no, he wasn't. He was telling him to cross it. Like, it's 100%. He is. I love him. But he's a clown. Like, sit down.
But I like he's celebrating Rice scoring 2 direct free kicks, and you're like, you had no part in that.
yeah.
Zero part in that. No.
I guarantee you, he's never told Rice to shoot from a direct free kick. Like
No.
anywhere. I'd say if he had his way on penalties, he'd be like, let off. Let off
Yeah.
someone at the back post and then
Yeah.
take the credit for it. He's going to claim that he invented you like the wee touch to the side, Henri, and I think it was Pires tried to do it.
Yes. Oh, what a mess that was. But even I didn't see him get out of his chair when Saka panacked the penalty.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I see whenever he missed that, I went, I literally went, here we go. Thank God I paid expensive for a phone case for my phone, because that phone would have been smashed to pieces. I literally just threw the phone in the air and went, what's the point? And then
As soon as it
Madrid
happened,
got
I just goes like racist Twitter is going to go wild tonight. Absolutely,
Oh,
what he laughed at that like.
And then see when they got their really soft penalty, I know what did eventually get overturned. If he had scored that, I was like, whenever that penalty was give, I was like, I've seen this before. I've seen this script. This is what happens. Like, we're gonna get a man sent off. It's gonna be a nightmare. And then penalty got overturned, and Claire comes on into the room going, "Put your top on and grow up." It's just, she just doesn't get it.
Was
Doesn't
it
get it.
celebrating the penalty being overturned?
Oh yeah,
Oh, you're a joke.
this is why this is why I don't go to pubs to watch Arsenal.
Fair enough. Fair
Um,
enough. But yeah,
but yeah.
but it was the right call. I thought the Arsenal penalty was soft, but the right call. And I think we're so used to watching the Premier League, you just don't see them getting given or overturned. Neither of them.
no.
If that's the Premier League, Arsenal don't get a penalty, and Madrid don't get that overturned. If that's the Premier League, no way.
I'm not gonna say Arsenal's was a stonewaller, and I think they should be given week in, week out,
But
because he's making a run. He's literally tripped them up. Like, he's literally.
here's what I
fouled them,
think happened though. I guarantee you, after the first game, Arsenal looked at the corners. Nikola Jovic was out there on the iPad, right? And going, we're getting fouled left, right, and centre. And I guarantee coming off that pitch or starting the next game, Rice or someone's had a word with the ref going, you need to keep an eye out for this, because
Yeah.
they're getting pulled all the game. And as soon as that happened, they didn't pull again. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to nail that stuff early. I've heard like ex-pros talk about that before. Between legs, like, look what they're doing. Every
Yeah.
game you're missing this, and then they review it and see it.
I actually didn't see that foul in real time.
No, I didn't see it either.
And you see, whenever the computer went, there's a penalty review here. My PTSD kicked in. I went, what's happened
Yeah.
now?
Of course, no, I was the same.
Who's done this? Who's done this? But no,
I
thankfully,
think all of our bad luck in the league is coming home to roost in the Champions League. And here we've actually played. We haven't really needed it, but we've played really well in the Champions League.
played really well in the Champions League. We need to win it. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I can't fathom what would happen if we won it. Like, I can't. Like, there's no. My imagination doesn't stretch that far. I can't picture it.
like I don't know how I'll react. Like, because I remember Throne winning the first All. Now I was young when Throne won their first All Ireland. I remember Arsenal winning the Premier League, but again, it was 14, 15. So you don't really get to enjoy it, if that makes sense. But I'm just like, as a grown adult, I honestly don't know how. I don't know. You know, I'm just not used to winning stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm the exact same. I've never seen that. Like what Arsenal win the Premier League just before I was 7. Like, that's the last.
Yeah.
Don't even remember. I've never seen Down win anything. I just don't see it. I'm a suffering
Yeah.
fan. I like the pain clearly of being a sportsman. Like so, it was good to see. And then just Saka with the wee dink, total redemption for the terrible penalty
Oh,
earlier. And then Joe Martin, right? So the Martinelli goal. This is the one I want to touch on. I know exactly what he's done there. Everyone's going, he busted his lung and he pushed hard. We've all been there, right? You're a former striker as well. Do you know
yeah.
when you know a team's bait and you know there's a handy wee goal in for you? You're going, if I just make this run, I'm going to score. And you don't need to do it. There's no reason to go do it, but you're like, this is a free one. And this is my chance to get a goal to Burnabout. I'm going up there. And that's all that goal was. It's like, I absolutely love this. Love it.
Let me tell you something, Sean. I've never made a run like that in my life.
Yeah, fair enough. No, it's what I would do. I'd like, they've gone all four. It was like, do you remember like the Torres goal? The Torres goal. That goal meant nothing because they're already through. It's like the most overrated goal in history. But it's like, because he mooched up top, he just got a wee freebie. And he's like, if I don't go back here, I'm going to get this like this moment forever. But yeah, I'm so happy. Do I think Arsenal can beat PSG? It's in 2 weeks' time. We'll probably do a proper review next week. But I don't think, that's what I will say. I don't think there's a harder working team in Europe.
The thing is, PSG, here's what I hate, right? And this is, so Arsenal played PSG in the group stages, beat them 1-0, right?
2-0.
PSG looked 2-0. Sorry, yes, it's correct. PSG looked decent. They looked very good against Villa in the first leg. They looked very poor in the second leg, right?
Great against Liverpool, though.
Great against Liverpool, right? They'll get hyped up to be this super team. When Arsenal beat them, it'll be, sure, it's PSG.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's like Real Madrid were the favourites to win the Champions League. They were the favourites to win that Champions League. And we beat them, and it's just like, there's not this. It's not the Real Madrid teams of old. Of course, it's not. But they're still Real Madrid, like. But anyway, but I do think, as I say, we'll do a proper review next week. I'm just enjoying the moment at the minute.
And then anything that happens in the Premier League, I'm like, I don't care. Well, I think we beat Ipswich 4-0 yesterday, and I'm like, I don't care. I couldn't care less.
Yeah. It is weird, like, still, because even when they drew 1-1 with Brentford, and even it was, who cares? I was just like, whatever. The league, just finish the league. Just let Liverpool, like, Liverpool's going to win it next weekend.
Yeah, but also, yeah, I kind of have that thing about me where I'm like, I wouldn't want to win a league that way. It doesn't feel like a win, but if you're a Liverpool fan, I suppose you don't care. Like,
you want, you want to win the league. You just like,
think so?
Dominantly, you do. Like, whenever Arsenal won it in 2002, they won it by, I think, the one when they went unbeaten, that it won in like April, and it was,
I suppose, yeah,
it was class because it's to watch the Premier League and not have to worry about it. It's great.
Yeah. It's just freebies like the whole way at the end of the season. Like, I suppose I know Liverpool not in any other company, but if you win it and you're still in the Champions League, do you know what I mean? Like, that's a dream situation. Like,
and every team welcomes you to the stadium as welcome to the pitch, the 2025 Premier League champions.
Yeah. Well, the only shame about it is I thought that Arsenal Liverpool game with like 3 games ago could have been pure TV. Like, that could have been but is what it is. We'll go again next year for that. But all eyes are on the Champions League for Arsenal. Who else? United in the Europa League. I actually think United are probably favourites for that now, are they? Spurs play like Glint or someone crap.
Fuck is that? Yeah, Spurs. United, don't let me down. Don't let Spurs win it. Just don't let them win it.
Well, I have this question floating around. Would you take Spurs winning the Europa League if it meant Arsenal won the Champions League?
Yes, because it would completely overshadow their Europa League.
It's the most mental question ever. It's like, of course you would. You'd need to be insane not to let them win that to win the Champions League. We've never won a Champions League ever. Champions
League is the pinnacle. Like, it is. A football club like Arsenal shouldn't be this long without winning one. Like, so.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll chat about the Masters maybe next, because I'm said, I'm on a roll with sporting success at the minute. Arsenal not letting me down. I did a bit of a yarn about the Masters before it was on there the other week, and I said this. I said McIlroy will either win in spectacular fashion or absolutely blow up in spectacular fashion, and he kind of did both all weekend. It was insane. The Thursday, he was on like 5 under, blew up on the 15th, chipped into the water, then has an absolute resurgence on the Friday, comes back into contention again. Saturday, goes out again. You're going, oh my God, he's actually going to do this. And then Sunday, I tell you how good it was. You tuned in to watch the golf.
Yeah, and like I was gigging that night, and I was like, I need to get home to watch this. I was like, I need, and I didn't really understand what was going on, so I was texting you going, "What does this mean, Sean? What does this mean?"
Yeah.
But then I sort of understood what was happening then, and then absolutely
Yeah.
glued to it, like, and as you said, it's like you're witnessing history because I didn't realize what he done. Only 3 other people had done it before, or 4 other people.
I think 4 people have done it before, yeah. The last one was like Tiger Woods in like 2000.
Yeah. So, and plus he's one of our only. You know what I mean? He's local file.
Exactly. Exactly. But the Masters is the one. So that's like, again, to touch related to the Arsenal thing. I have watched the Masters every year since he came on the scene, and he basically won all the other ones really quickly in his career within the first 3 or 4 years. So it's been 14 years of watching the Masters and being let down, not even let down, just going, oh, this is never going to happen. And it's very rare in golf that someone goes out of form and comes back into form. And if they do, they never win anything. You kind of have your moment, and that's it. Like the only sort of consistent golf player of all time is like Tiger. Like Tiger was like world number 1 for like 12 years. The closest to that is someone who's, I think, world number 1 for like 200 days. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like I could do an episode on Tiger one day. We were just talking about like the mental stats he's done. But the Masters is like the one you want to win. But McIlroy was doing like some of the most insane shots you've ever seen. But the thing I found really funny about it was his caddy is like his mate from Hollywood.
Yes.
Has always been the same guy. And there was a shot on the 5th, I want to say it was, and he sort of laid the ball up behind a big, massive tree. And like, you couldn't have got around this tree if you chopped it down. Like, it was fucking huge. And you can see McIlroy sort of chatting him, going, I'm going to try and put it through this wee gap here. And no one could see the gap. And even the caddy just kind of went, all right, okay, go for it then. Like didn't even bother arguing with them. And he somehow found this gap. And once that went through, you're going, maybe it's his day. And then later and later as it went on in the evening, he gets to like he got through MM corner, all right, which is notoriously the hole. Loads of water around it, 3 holes in the Augusta where you blow up. He got through that fine. Bryson went into the water as well at MN corner, so he fell out of contention, the guy playing with him. And then it all went down to, I think it was whatever hole that was, the par 5, and he led up. He had this layup. He had 2 shots led up. All he had to do was chip it over the creek. Talal, it's a 60-yard shot. I could have hit this shot, and he fluffs it into the water. Like I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have done that. Like, it was just insane what he'd done. And you're going, there's the par 5. You're expecting him to make a 4, and he's now in for a 7 and put everyone back in contention. So the guy in contention with him was a guy called Justin Rose. My dad, every single year, backs Justin Rose to win the Masters. Every single year. And Justin Rose is a very good golfer, but he doesn't win a whole lot, so his odds are always good. Dad got him at 90-1 with like a tenner on him. So on the Thursday, Justin Rose was leading the Masters. Dad decides, I've done this podcast for him. My dad gambling, he's the worst gambler in the history of gambling. Like, he does the most mental things ever. So after day 1, he was 90-1, and he goes, right, I'm going to cash out because his odds have gotten better from when I put the bet on. He's gone out to like 120-1. So Dad cashes out and decides to put all the money back on at better odds. Next morning he's checking. He's going, why are they not offering me a cash out? This is so weird. This is really weird. Turns out he actually backed them to win like a competition in 3 months' time. So
unbelievable.
Justin Rose at 90-1, he had money on, was fucking got to a playoff at the Masters with Rory McIlroy, and Dad's sitting there going, oh my, it would have been an absolute disaster if he had won. Going, I've lost out on 900 quid here because he had a couple of beers and thought he was being cute about the whole situation.
That's unbelievable.
Obviously, McIlroy does what McIlroy does, gets to the 18th, fluffs his lines with the putt, and you're going, you can't. I don't know what it is, but I just imagine a golfing playoff is the most stressful thing in the world.
I was stressed. I really watch golf. I was like, this is chaos. But the thing about golf is, it's like, from watching it, I was like, if you make a bad shot, you're nearly done for because you can't really. It's not like if you hit a shot that goes to the right or left, it almost takes an extra shot to get back on track. It's just, it's ruthless. Like, but no, very much enjoyed it, and we'll be tuning in every year from now on.
Yeah, well, this is the thing now. There's kind of nothing else to tune in for because McIlroy's won the career Grand Slam. The only thing he could possibly go on to do is win more majors, which would be mental. And the Open, it used to be called the British Open, but the Open Championship now is being held in Portrush this year. So if he won there, that would be absolutely mental, like on his home turf. Because last time that was on, Shane Lowry won it, and the place went mental. Like the place went absolutely insane. I think Shane Lowry's still been drinking from it. He's a proper like party guy.
I know somebody has it's a mobile home, but it's not really. It's a fucking 5-star hotel sort of thing,
Yeah.
right? It's a real fancy mobile home, and they make stupid money
Oh, of course,
from
yeah.
that weekend.
See, if I was
Or
to rent
whatever
out
it
my
is.
spare room in Belfast that weekend,
Yeah.
you'd probably like for that weekend alone, you'd probably get close to £1,000. See the Yanks that come over, they
Yeah.
have no concept what money is. They have no idea. Like
Yeah.
people apparently at the time, the first year it was on, people were just like, you stay in Belfast and that's like close to the course. It's fucking 2 hours away from me. Well, an hour and a half or something like that. Like a train will take you 2 hours or something like that. Speaking of trains, by the way, I know I'm getting sidetracked here. I went to that Grand Central Station for the first time there.
Yes.
Great, it's the greatest transport hub in the world. It's unbelievable. I actually
Yeah.
can't believe it's here.
The problem with it is, it leads you nowhere nice.
That is the problem. You get off and you're like, what the fuck am I? Why am I out of the wooden shack in Lurgan?
Exactly. But even if, like, say you're going to Belfast for a day, you walk outside, next thing you're immediately met by 3 junkies. Going, nah,
Yeah.
stay in here.
It kind of like takes you like the way they've got it built. There's like all this like I don't know NDF sort of like walk through maze kind of thing.
Yeah.
They take you in, and it just takes you into the shitty old state, the old fucking Europa
Aye.
station. I'm like, what is this shithole I'm in? Like I was in this lovely place 2 months ago, but shout out Translink. Had to get the train the other day on Easter there to go see the family, and of course in typical Northern Ireland rail fashion, the line southbound to Dublin and Newry was closed because of rail works. Because why wouldn't you have
Oh.
rail works on Easter weekend? You know.
Oh, of course.
Bastards. But yeah, right. No more train talk. We'll not get autistic with it. Let's chat about the Ulster Championship. This is our final sports news for this week. Big stuff. Tyrone advanced through the preliminaries. Did you watch it?
I did. Well, I watched some of it. I don't know what it is. I just haven't got the GA bug this year.
I think the new rules are either putting people really off it or really on it. Like I know people that are loving it, and then I know people are just like, I don't know really what I'm on. It doesn't feel like Gaelic anymore. I don't know what it is. It's really strange.
Yeah, I think that almost it's like it's not the game I grew up watching. If that makes sense.
Because they've changed so many rules, I'm kind of like, I don't know if my team's good or shit at this yet. Do you know what I mean? Like every other season, you kind of know based on the rules. Like it's obviously the same sport every year, but like when you make that many changes, any team could be good. Although Donegal do look like a different beast in Ulster compared to everyone else.
That's who Tyrone play next. So,
oh, is it?
Yeah,
I thought
so.
No, they don't.
They do, I think.
Tyrone play Armagh. No,
is it Tyrone Armagh? It is.
I think it's Tyrone Armagh and down play Donegal because down play Fermanagh. Down were 5 points up in the first half. Went 7 points behind in the second half and got 2 last-minute goals. If you go watch the highlights of down goals against Fermanagh, I mean it's not a good standard of football at all. But that's what I'm saying. My 2 weeks of sporting, greatness rolls on. Down coming back from 7 points against Fermanagh in Fermanagh was class as well. So we play Donegal next. I'm in 2 minds whether or not to go to. It's in Clonus, and I'm like I may as well go because I'm not going to get to watch them much more this season.
You see. Yes, it is Tyrone Armagh. I can't believe I forgot that. My friend is getting married this Friday in Donegal, actually. And day 2 is this Saturday. And Tyrone Armagh plays Saturday. And 90% of people at that wedding is going to be Armagh fans.
I think Armagh get beat quite convincingly.
Tyrone are not great. Armagh are very... I will say this. I'm interested peeking GA for a bit because Antrim out of nowhere, we're winning at half time against Armagh. I was like, no way. You can beat by Antrim.
You know what the weird thing is about the new rules? It's so momentum based. See if you get 2-3 scores, next thing you're up by 5 or 6, and you're going, whoa, what just happened there? There's massive swings.
But I think whenever the top teams meet, it'll be exciting. But whenever you're a shite team against a top team, like say it's Armagh playing. Say Armagh had a good beat and they're playing like fucking Louth in a qualifier. 3 scores and they're 6 points behind. 3 long range points and you're 6 points behind, and it's just like, what's the point? What's the point?
The thing I find quite difficult about it is it's like, I think it's kind of like Do you know, like in football and like soccer, you can have like a 3-3, but it be shite. Does that make sense? Like
Yes,
just
I know
because
what you
there's
mean.
loads of scores, it doesn't mean the game's necessarily better. Like I've always been a forward, but I quite like the defensive side of the game and people,
Yes,
holding in. I think it builds. I don't think there's any tension in the game because it's just all chaos. There's like
and
no
see,
like settle in and sit in or like you don't want everyone behind the ball, of course you don't. But like there needs to be some sort of like
but here's
being defensive is really impressive. I think.
here's another thing. It's like you need a bit of like they're trying to make it like respectful, like rugby. And yes, I do understand that you shouldn't be yapping at refs and stuff, but sometimes it can
Sometimes the
happen.
referee is just being a cunt, and
It's
that
just
needs to
wrong.
be allowed to be said on the pitch.
And sometimes you need like if you foul someone and you like run away with the ball, let the other person get melted.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
And then not have to move the ball 70 meters or whatever it is. It's just like because sometimes you can genuinely like we both played sport, right? We both know what it's like. Sometimes you do feel whether you're right or wrong. Sometimes you do feel a bit hard done by or like as if you've
Mhm.
been cheated over. So you do maybe mouth at a referee, you throw the ball away, you whatever something. A wee bit of what's the word? A wee bit of dissent.
Misery.
Like I remember under 16 match, I kicked what I thought was a perfectly good score. I mean, one of the best points I've ever scored.
Yeah.
Ref said it was wide, right? I argued with him black and blue for the remainder of that game. Now, I got 2 yellow cards for yapping on him. Red card. But
Red card.
still, well, I got 2 yellows.
Oh, 2 yellows, right? Okay.
Because he was like, the first yellow, no, the first yellow was an instant
Yeah,
because I go, you fucking blind. And then because I was sworn at the ref, right?
yeah.
No problem. Yellow card for that. But I had him the whole game. Like the rest of it, there was about 10 minutes left at him. And hey, we were getting stuffed.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, we were getting beat out the gate. And I argued with him black and blue. And I think it was about 2 minutes left. And he just goes, I actually can't listen to you anymore.
Set you off.
Class.
I've never been one for shouting at refs, like so I do kind of get it, but it's just I don't know. I just feel the game's gone soft. There does feel like a big
It has.
element that like game's gone soft. I like a wee bit of housery. I like guys doing. I don't think you should have to hand the ball back. Sit it on the ground, make them. That's fine. Do you know what I mean? Why should
Yeah.
I have to hand the ball back to you? That's a
Yeah.
bit ridiculous. Like, or you deliberate. One of my favorite old tricks was when you like go to kick it back and say like. I don't know, you could have been corner forward, 5 from 5 and freeze, and you had to kick the ball back, and you hit it outside the boot and kick 50 yards the other way. Do you make it look like you deliberately, didn't deliberately shank it?
I remember I wasn't playing this game, but a player got fouled. So what happened was both went for the ball. My defender stood on the back of his foot. The foul was accidental, like really accidental, but he made the other player's boot come off.
Yeah.
Lifts the boot, runs about 10 yards, and wings it over the hedge.
No way. See, that's great. That's
Class.
what you want in the game. Like that's what that's what proper football's about. Like,
yeah. I've also seen 2 fellas properly dig the head of each other. The ref comes over and goes, "Anybody who jumps in, you should get sent off."
Yeah.
They're fighting for I'd say a good 10 seconds. Say right, that's all it really is. 2 of them fall to the ground. The ref walks over, touches them both on their arms, and goes, "Are you 2 boys done?" Both go, "Yeah." The ref goes, "Right, lads, that's enough of that. Not a yellow card, not a red card. Just goes, right, lads, that's enough of that. No need for this. I'm on ahead." And that was it.
Because there's nothing worse than like everyone jumping in, and no one ever swings digs. Well, maybe in throwing they do. But in down, it's just always like everyone just, as the commentator once said, just testing the stitching on them O'Neill's jerseys. Do you know what I mean? Just giving them a good shake around. Like you're like, oh.
I ran into a field fight once in my career, and I swore to myself I'd never do it again.
Were you on the bench?
No.
No, you were on the pitch. Yeah.
And contrary to I was a half decent footballer in my day, right?
Mhm.
And also, sorry, when I say half decent for that level, I was half decent. So I was the youngest on the Moy minor team.
Yeah.
Right? And so there was a bit of a field fight happened. I goes, "You know what, young fella, you have to earn your stripes. Like you can't be seen not to jump in." And field fight runs, and I run into the field fight. I have no intention of throwing a dig, right? But I just want to be seen to be there.
Mhm.
As I run in, and I turn around, I just see a boy's fist coming,
Oh no.
and he just drops me to the floor, and I go, I'm not getting up again. I'm just gonna lay
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and I just lay there. And here, all the respect in the world, going fair play to you by jumping in. Fucking absolutely melted.
It was like your own fist, just like, oh, right, that's me. I'm
Yeah.
down. Somebody help me.
Now, should the punch have put me to the ground? Probably not.
Yeah,
But it just make it out of jail card. It's like I'm falling to the ground, like I've been shot here.
you
But,
lose Crocker, that did you? You
oh yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, there's only one way I can get out of this. I'm gonna lie here
Yes.
until someone says it's over.
Just talking about boxing because it's in my head here now. Did you watch the Whitaker Cameron rematch? Did you know the
Yeah.
lore of the first fight?
Yeah, the first fight that went over the top of the ropes.
Did you
And
watch the
Whitaker,
rematch?
yeah, did Whitaker not batter him?
Absolutely battered him.
Yeah, but
I mean, battered him.
do you see all the
early-
controversy about the spit and all?
I don't think he's spotting him. To be fair,
I don't think he's spotting him either. I think he was genuinely just shouting. Just some slobber flew out of his mouth, like.
but the fight before that, did you see the fight before that,
No.
or two fights? Your boy Fraser Clark, who
No.
why he came back, I have no idea. But there's a boy Fabio Wardley absolutely broke his jaw in the
Shit.
this happened maybe a few months ago. So he came back as his first fight after getting his jaw rewired and all.
Mm-hmm.
Now he won the fight, but he sparked by a big guy called Tete out. Now Tete got up
Yeah.
and didn't even throw a punch back, and your boy Fraser Clark was just lamping him. The ref, who is about 5'5", these guys are heavyweights, are big
Yeah.
men. He stops the fight. Your boy Ted has given off, going, "You've stopped the fight too early." Your wee man doesn't back down, and I was like, "That is some balls of steel, like to
Yeah.
square up that heavyweight fighter." I'm like, "That is mad." But yeah,
What is Whitaker gonna go for titles now, or what's he at? Because that boy he's not highly ranked. That other fella, was he?
no,
He was always meant to win that fight.
yeah. So, but your boy Cameron, what's happened to him? Like he didn't come from. He came from Nahan.
Right,
And
okay.
after that first fight, his notoriety just went through the roof, and he
Hmm.
just literally went, "I'm going to fight him again for big money." So he got a new hairline, new teeth, new house, new everything, all paid for, bang. And no, but here, boxing's a cruel sport. Hey? It is.
Exactly. I love and do you see the interview Kikachi did during the week? They're talking about
Yeah.
ducking. He goes, I ain't ducking nobody. I could have stayed and fought at my division. I could have done all this here, but there's more money over here, and I'll go where there's more money, and that's it.
Yes.
And I'm going, unbelievable respect. That's me. Anytime I get asked to do a gig, I tell you what it is. I'm not ducking Derry away. I'm just gonna go do where the bigger money is. All right, Lisburn on a Thursday.
Exactly. But that's
Money
but
talks.
here's the thing. He's a world champion. No, you can never take that away from him. So
Nope.
why not?
But he was right. He
Yeah.
also said if he wasn't 36, maybe things would be different. But at 36, you've only
he's-
he's got maybe
two
4
fights
fights left, maybe at a push.
I would. Yeah.
Like that's something at the extreme end of it. So pick your battles and get that money and see what's happening. Still no word. We'll round out now. Still no word on the Crocker Donovan rematch. The word on the street is it is coming to Belfast
Windsor.
and it is coming to Windsor. But you know what they're like up here. Like fuck me, they might not be Irish signs up at the fucking Grand Central for them to figure out where they need to go to. All the Southerners coming up, so might not fucking happen. But I really hope it does. I hope it does. It'll be absolutely massive. Like,
Yeah, huge.
so yeah.
But
Anything else you want to round out on? That was a good episode this week. We're in good form.
Yes.
Wait to see next week. 2 weeks time. Arsenal beat 4-0 at home to PSG. Down out of the Ulster Championship. Tyrone also out. We're gonna be in bad form the next couple of weeks, but we'll take the good times while we'll have them.
Yes. Is this my first pot? No, not. Yes, 3rd of May, Hill of O'Neill Comedy Night. Dungan Comedy Festival's back. Me, Mark McCartney, Mickey Bartlett, Connor Keys. All these guys are flying at the minute. It's going to be a great night. Bank holiday weekend. What more do you want? On ahead then.
That'll be a great night's crack. I've got Belfast Comedy Clubs back on again with their special Friday show. So show starts at 7:00. Headlined by Willie T with support from Alan Irwin, Pete Giffen, and myself on the MC duties. Tickets are flying out already, so make sure you get a wee ticket for that if you can. And yeah, that's everything. Check out Belfast Comedy Club for more Tuesday night madness as well.
And
Night.
I'm just going to say this, Sean. I'm going to finish the episode on this note. I am heavily invested in your darts league, right? I don't need any more disappointment in my life. I can't be on a Wednesday night going fuck. So I need you to let me know as soon as the games are over. Because I was watching Arsenal Real Madrid
Yeah.
going, man, you never saw much. I was like, nah, Sean's playing darts tonight. Like, I need to know how he's doing. I need to know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very, very close to going live on TikTok on Wednesdays at darts. I'm very, very close.
It's something.
Or
like that.
recording it. I need to figure out a way to record it. My only problem is I don't want to go like going down with the jersey on the tripod, on the camera, on filming, on getting bait. People are going to be like, "What is wrong with this fella?" Well, there's lots wrong, but I think
I'll come down some Wednesday night, Sean, and I'll set up the tripod and go, look, I'm trying to start a sports channel. I'll make up some like
I'm doing a project for Queen's University. That's always a good one. Part of my uni course. And I want to see the shame in darts players' eyes on a Wednesday night. That's what I want to see. Actually, Scott, there's one other thing actually that happened in the sporting world that made me very happy 2 weeks ago. Stephen Bunton won his first event at the Premier League. He had no points, hadn't won one game, and in Munich he went on a mad run to win his first night. The Bullet does it again, and I don't think he's won a game since. But yeah, the streak continues. Sport life, being a sports fan at the minute, it's class. It's good to see a smile on our face.
Prediction.
Yeah.
Eubank Jr. or Conor Benn, Saturday night, who wins?
Oh, God. I'm going to go Eubank Jr.
Personally, I don't think the fight even finishes.
Really? Do you think there's that much bad blood?
Yeah.
I just think the Eubank name goes way further. It's worth more money, and I always tend to go with that sort of idea in boxing.
Chris Eubank Sr. and Eubank Jr. don't talk.
Does it not?
No.
Why?
He don't know, but Chris Eubank Sr. absolutely hates his son, which to me is unfathomable.
Eubank Sr. is a bit of a weird guy, like so.
Weird guy.
I don't think I'd have much to crack with him, like.
I haven't seen this bad of blood from McGregor Khabib.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, where's that on
following it closely. I don't know where it's on, but it'll be on at it's in England, like, so it'll be
Ooh, that could be good.
So
that could be good.
That is going to be insane. Eubank Jr. should win because he's a bigger like. Conor Benn hasn't fought in a long time. I just think that I think it's going to be a shite fight because there's too much egos. There's too much like. Whoever loses is going to take a thick.
Ah, right, okay. I find seeing boxing, whenever everyone like bombs into the ring, like, I find it so cringe. Like you just just chill, like
it is very much like the hatred in them two is it's not healthy.
Yeah,
especially when you're going to be in a ring together. It's not.
Yeah, true.
It's not
right, before we go on, I said one more thing, and I hope someone from this place is listening to this. PFL, sort out your tickets pricing. I've been watching them closely, hoping to get a wee discount on there with the ticket pricing. The ticket prices have put up is an absolute disgrace.
I was at a gig Sunday night, 2 Sundays ago, and your main manager, Paul Hughes, congratulated me on a good set. That was the start of that norovirus, so I was just like, I need to get out of here before I absolutely shit myself. But so he's a big fan. So Paul Hughes, if you're listening, should be able to lock a ticket.
Or they some tickets. Come on, you know what it's like, Paul. That grind at the start. The boys are broke.
Exactly. This man's Wednesday night darts. I
pay a favour in that league every week, and I haven't got one penny back since. I need to get a win. I need to do a bunt and get a win on the board here. Get a nightly win on.
Yes.
But thanks everyone for listening. Apologies for missing last week's episode. Back now on the regular schedule, and we'll see us all again in the next one. Good luck.
Oh, just let me. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome.